specifics. Yes.
President Obama is addressing the fact that Congress shouldn't have the right, or his inference is that how could they, who are, I'm sorry, not Congress, the Supreme Court, who is not elected, overrule what Congress has done. I'm thinking he's doing this because if he gets back in, he's going to be scooting a whole bunch of liberal people in, and he's setting up a precedent for that.
I mean, do you know what he's really arguing deep down? I mean, he's arguing he doesn't understand, and if he does, he doesn't agree with the fundamental principle of a republic.
What's frustrated people is that I have not been able to force Congress to implement every aspect of what I said in 2008. Well, you know, it turns out that our founders designed a system that makes it more difficult to bring about change than I would like.
He's saying the U.S. Supreme Court should not be able to override a law that constitutionally went through the proper avenues.
Right.
He's saying they shouldn't be able to do that.
It did go the proper avenues properly.
But it did
That's
go
the
through
point.
proper avenues.
So, but the U.S. Supreme Court is put in place for what reason? It's the only anti-democratic branch of government designed to do what? To ensure that the rights of even the minority are protected. And what he is suggesting is if the minority or the majority wanted, so should it go. With this, that is not what this country is founded upon. You have to have an anti-democratic branch of government. That's precisely what the U.S. Supreme Court is there to do. And he doesn't like the idea that a branch of government who has the authority under Article 3 to determine the constitutionality of an act passed by the legislative branch and signed off by the president has the ability to knock that down. But what if the president were to do something as an act of defiance? Do we have the individuals in place here in Arizona that are in positions of authority to resist those attempts? I would venture to say that many of them would not know how to act. They would not know that they could literally nullify. And what do I mean by nullify? Well, we talked about Sheriff Mack. Sheriff Mack took a case all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court and won. And it simply says this, it stands for this proposition. The federal government cannot force state agencies to carry out their regulatory programs, carry out their laws. They do not have to do it. Because that's what happened with Sheriff Mack. Remember, this was the Brady Bill? And the Brady Bill required that all chief law enforcement officers within their county conduct background checks. And Sheriff Mack says, I'm not conducting a background check. My agency will not do this. It's litigated up at the U.S. Supreme Court, and they said that's right on.